Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Frederick Douglass Field here in downtown Newark, New Jersey. Today on Raider Vision, it's softball. The visiting Rowan Profs are here to take on your Rutgers University Newark Scarlet Raiders. The Profs come in with an overall record of 19-5, 13-1 in the conference, and your Scarlet Raiders 2-10 overall. All conference games. Doubleheader here today at Frederick Douglass Field, as is the rule with women's softball, and they have got their hands full today with Rowan University. Rowan, nationally ranked in the country right now in the NFCA. Joining me today as a color commentator, Mr. Everything for the Scarlet Raiders, Sports Information Director, PA announcer, color commentary, Mr. Tom Krichkowski. Tom, it's great to have you here alongside me. Talk to us a little bit about your thoughts on today's matchup.
Yeah, absolutely, John. It's great to be here. It's a gorgeous day out. It's one of the best days we've had here at this park. And one of the keys to today's game is, really the middle of the lineup for the Scarlet Raiders. Jackie Root and Lara can get their bats on the ball early on, but it's really that middle of the lineup. You need Michelle McMillan, Brianna Hernandez, and Alex DiMartino to really find their form, and they have as of late. Alex DiMartino has really picked up her game. She now is tied for the lead with 5 RBIs on the team. Michelle McMillan was one of the hot hitters early on this season, and she's sort of finding her way once again. So if Scarlet Raiders can really get their bats going early on, I think they can keep up with the nationally ranked 21 overall Profs of Rowan.
A couple of tough losses for the Scarlet Raiders in their last go-around, a doubleheader loss. A close game, though, a 2-run game and a 1-run game that really could have gone either way.
Yeah, absolutely. Ramapo was, evenly matched with the Scarlet Raiders, and in Game 1, that 2-1 scoreline really came down to the final inning. The Scarlet Raiders led the game 1-0, but a pair of errors in that final inning proved to be crucial as Ramapo capitalized on both of those errors.
On the hill today, we have the pitcher for Rutgers Newark, Paige Masiello. She's done well today, only 1 win on the season, but not indicative of her effectiveness in the circle. And we are about to get underway here. Masiello in the circle, and the first batter for Rowan University is Peyton McNair, the shortstop.
Yeah, you brought up Masiello stats. This is the best statistical year she's had all year, batting in her career. She's thrown 2.86 ERA this year. So,
well, one thing I like about Paige too is not only the way she mixes up her pitches. She's kind of unflappable out there. Doesn't get real emotional one way or another. Is very consistent and gets right to it. And I'm hoping that she can bring her A game here this afternoon. I just feel bad for these girls in some way, just because they've been snake bit, and against a nationally ranked team like Rowan, it's going to be they've got their work cut out for them, but anything's possible.
Absolutely. And you mentioned the nationally ranked team. When the Scarlet Raiders played Kane was actually ranked eighth in the country. So the Scarlet Raiders don't shy away from competition. That second game against Kane, they really proved that they can hang with these big teams. Just a couple hits here and there were the deciding factor in that game.
And that's going to be high, ball 3. Count now 1-3 as McNair takes the ball. Tom, do you know much about the NFCA in terms of the national rankings in Division III? Is it a fair indicator of the pool of talent that's out there I know a lot of Southern teams are in on that ranking as well. Is it most of the East Coast? Or?
No, so the NFCA is the National Fast Pitch Coaches Association. So it's all of the coaches throughout all Division III. So
all Division III.
Correct.
I got you. That's going to be one out, a put away by the right fielder for Rutgers Newark. Making the catch on that play was Patty French-Reyes. And Masiello off to a good start. One away here in the top of the first inning. Stepping into the box now for Rowan is Sonia Sharma, the second baseman.
So up here, we know the ball. We know this game as softball. Go ahead, John.
I was going to say a gorgeous bunt, but pulled off the bag on the throw by Emily Bardis was the first baseman for the Scarlet Raiders, Jackie Lara. So that's going to be that's going to be an error.
Absolutely for the Bardis over at third.
So Rowan threatening early here in the top of the first inning with a runner on first. It's Sonia Sharma who's on first base, and now batting it's Morgan Zane, the left fielder for Rowan, and that's a strike. 0-1 the count. And Tom, maybe after the first inning we can talk a little about the nice ceremony before the game honoring our seniors.
Absolutely.
Here at Scarlet here at Rutgers Newark. It's going to be high, ball one.
That pitch right there was a nice rise ball from Masiello.
Yeah,
you know, that could be a tricky pitch for a batter. If you're not expecting it, it comes in low and then comes way out of the strike zone. But if you're swinging that level, you're going to miss.
Yeah, and for those that aren't runners going, that throw's going to be short into the ground. So credit a stolen base for Sonia Sharma. Runner now in scoring position, one away, counts 2-1. Yeah, the low to high, Tom, can be really tough visually. I mean, for those who are not familiar with softball or think it's easy, it's not. And Masiello's got some velocity on that fastball of hers.
Yeah, Masiello is nothing to shy away from. She can throw you a funky pitch, or she can give you the gas right down the middle.
Entire Rowan bench up on their feet, cheering on Morgan Zane, the left fielder. Counts now full at 3-2. Runner in scoring position, just underway. And as Tom mentioned, a gorgeous day here in Newark. Temperatures creeping up into the 70s today. That's going to be ripped foul down the left field line.
Temperature's going to look to hold all week and even next week.
Masiello deals. That's going to be inside right to the third baseman. Nice heads-up play by Emily Bardis for the second out of the inning. Bardis didn't have to move much at all on that one. It was hit directly to her. She did a good job of holding her ground there. It's the number 6 hitter for Rowan, Kat Thomas.
I'm sorry, first base.
Kat Thomas playing first base today for Rowan. Ball's going to be low. Pitch is going to be low, I should say.
Counts 1-1.
1-1, 2 away. And Rowan busting through early here in the top of the first. That was a gorgeous pitch by Masiello, handcuffing the first baseman, Kat Thomas, but it fell into a dead area, and Thomas is going to be safe. Runners now on the corners for the Profs. Again, the Profs 19-5 overall, nationally ranked this season, and they are as advertised, at least here in the early goings at Frederick Douglass Field, a brand new state-of-the-art field, by the way, for this softball program. Gorgeous field, gorgeous day, and some fans allowed in, parents only, I believe, and on the upper bleachers, they've got them pretty much full, maybe half full. So we're happy to see some of the family members here on Senior Day for the Scarlet Raiders. And the count now 1-0. Right down the middle, strike. Masiello evening the count at 1.
runners on the corners here, John.
Yes, sir. And it's Mariah Wysocki, the right fielder, who fouls this one away. Count now 1-2.
Batting .275 this season, 12 RBIs. So even though she's the 7 batter, she still has the potential to bring in runs.
Indeed, she does, and she's got a good opportunity right now. And that's going to be fouled away into the screen. In the hole at 1-2. Runner in scoring position. Wysocki steps out. And taking her time as Wysocki gets set. Gets underneath that one. Playable in foul territory, and with the third out of the inning, the put away by the third baseman for your Scarlet Raiders, Emily Bartis. Nice heads-up play. Emily catching a line drive before that and corrals this one in foul territory for the third out here in the top of the first inning in Newark, New Jersey. But 2 runs on the board by Rowan as they take the early lead. We will have the top of the order for the Scarlet Raiders coming up in just a moment. On deck, it'll be Jackie Arute leading off, Masha Corbett batting second, and Jackie Lara batting third. We'll be back right after this. And we are getting set here for the bottom of the first inning. The leadoff hitter for the Scarlet Raiders, the shortstop, Jackie Arute. Jackie Arute was honored before the game here on Senior Day, and she's meant so much to this women's softball program here at Rutgers Newark. In addition to Jackie being honored, Patty French-Reyes, Emily Bartis, Masha Corbett, and Paige Masiello. There was a nice ceremony before the game. Our athletic director, Mark Griffin, honoring these terrific seniors, and some balloons, lots of parents, and lots of cheering for well-deserved seniors. They've been through so much. We're going to school from home, remotely, being able to get back on the field here this season, and our hats off to all of them. And that's going to be a big pop-up. The catch made by the first baseman, Kat Thomas, for the first out of the inning as Arute flies out. And Masha Corbett, the number 2 hitter, steps in. Masha playing second base today. Masha, another one of our seniors, getting the start today. She takes low ball 1.
And we were talking about Jackie Arute before. Jackie Arute just 3 hits away from a career 100.
It'd be nice to see her get that today, or at least this season, Tom.
Yeah, unfortunately, she would have had it last year and crushed that mark. But with just 4 games last year before COVID shut everything down.
What do you think Jackie's meant to this program? I mean, she's done so much just this season alone.
Her leadership, her ability to get on the base in the leadoff role is going to be tough for the Scarlet Raiders to fill.
Yeah,
absolutely. And then naturally she plays a shortstop role. She's one of the most important spots on the field. So both not only at the plate but also in the field, it's going to be tough to replace her.
Corbett's going to ground out to the second baseman for the second out of the inning. Didn't get a lot on that swing, and it's 2 up, 2 down. As the starting pitcher for Rowan, looking impressive here in the early going. It's Emily August in the circle for the Profs. What can you tell us about Emily August, the pitcher for the Profs?
She's the leading pitcher for these Profs. She's got a sub-1 ERA, .93. She's a strikeout savant. She's got 56 this year. She's only allowed 15 walks and only 9 earned runs all year in 16 appearances, which is very impressive.
Yeah, and we have the luxury of being right behind the catcher here today with our broadcast setup, and this young woman's control, Tom, is spectacular. She's absolutely painting the corners and doing a terrific job with her control, pinpoint control. And that's cranked down the left field line, way foul, into the stands.
You were talking about her pinpoint accuracy there. She left that one hanging there for Jackie Lara.
She did, and Lara just got ahead of it a little bit.
That one had home run written all over it. She was able to straighten that one out.
She got ahead of it just a bit, but yeah, that was a meatball right down the middle.
You know, and she's throwing the right pitches when she needs to. She's getting the Scarlet Raiders to ground out.
And she takes something off of that one, does Emily August. And the count now at 3-2 for the number 2 hitter, Masha Corbett. I'm sorry, the number 3 hitter, Jackie Lara. And that's going to be a strikeout to end the inning as Lara goes down. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Rowan. Score remains 2-0. Tom, real quick, Emily French-Reyes, Emily Bardis, Masha Corbett, Paige Masiello, Jackie Arute, our 5 seniors. Just on a personal note, Tom, as a guy who's been in the trenches at Rutgers Newark for the last several years, is it hard to see some of these seniors move on after you cultivate relationships with them? And I know it's all part of the process, but you know, it still must be a good feeling to see them moving on to do wonderful things.
Absolutely. You know, we get into the profession to do everything we can for these student athletes, and you know, one of the main goals is to see them come, succeed at this level, and then move on in their life and succeed there as well. So to see these girls really move on, and just all of our seniors,
I mean, it's got to be a sense of accomplishment
Absolutely.
for you and the rest of the staff.
It's our job
too.
to make sure that they're set up perfectly in life and to do the best they can. And I like to say that we do a pretty good job here at Rutgers Newark.
You know, for those of you who don't know, and Tom, you know, it's still been a learning curve for me as well. When these kids graduate from Rutgers Newark, it's a Rutgers diploma. It doesn't
Correct.
designate between Newark or Camden, and that's quite an accomplishment.
Absolutely.
As this school continues to be one of the top in the country, and more and
Law
more
school as
difficult
well.
to get into, and so many resources and great people here with the Rutgers family. Stepping in the bat now for Rowan will be number 7. And that's sliced into left field. Diving attempt and just missing. The catch on the play is the left fielder, Alex DiMartino. She made one heck of an effort, got the glove onto the ball, but couldn't quite hold on. As we're going to score that a single for Rebecca Lombardo, who
Definitely
gets
not
on.
short of attempt there by Alex DiMartino. She got on a horse and almost made that grab.
She came so close to holding on to that. And stealing right away in the first pitch is Lombardo, as she'll take second base. And just like that, the Profs have a runner in scoring position as Brianna Bryant. It is Brianna Bryant at the plate. Brianna's got a runner in scoring position as Paige Masiello is going to try to bear down here in the top of the second inning. And Bryant hits that into right field. It's going to drop for a base hit. And the runner will be held. Nope, she's going to go on the missed throw. Unable to hold on to that cutoff throw was the shortstop for the Scarlet Raiders, Jackie Arute.
That's going to be an error on the right field there. That's a routine play that should have been made. Bounced off her glove.
They're going to score that an error?
Yeah.
Okay. So will be scored an error, and a run comes in. It's now 3-0. And Brianna Bryant stands on second base for the Profs. Peyton McNair, the shortstop, steps out as the count now stands at 1-1. Still no outs. A run has already come in for the Profs. The leadoff hitter McNair. Masiello deals outside, ball 2. Masiello takes the sign. It's right down the middle. That's going to be out of play. The count remains at 2-2. Peyton McNair batting .410 on this season, not including her first at bat coming into today's game. She's got a home run on the season, 15 RBIs. And certainly getting on bases, that leadoff hitter is the priority as she yanks one down the left field line foul.
The Scarlet Raiders were able to get her out to fly out to right field in her first at bat in the first inning. So looking for a similar outcome here.
We good at trying to stop the bleeding here a little bit in the second inning.
No outs, runner on second.
Masiello deals. That's going to be a base hit right up the middle. And coming home, here's the throw, play at the plate, and she's out. Gorgeous throw by the center fielder McMillan to nail the runner at home. And that was number 6 being thrown out at the plate, Brianna Bryant. Great play by Michelle McMillan, and applying the tag for the Scarlet Raiders was Megan Tomaselli to hold this to a 3-0 lead for the Profs. Most exciting play in softball, Tom, the play at the plate.
Yep, and rare 8-2 put out.
That's right. And Sonia Sharma will be up again, and that's going to drop into short center field for a base hit, and they're going to hold the runner at third. And that seemed to be the smart move for the third base coach from the Profs, as that throw got in to the pitcher Masiello in a hurry from Michelle McMillan. But runners now on the corners, and still just one out here in the top of the second.
You know, John, that's what these good teams do so well. They find those little bloopers over the infield.
They find the holes. You're absolutely right. Scoring around a bunt is Morgan Zane, which she pulls the bat back. And it will be 0-1 as Masiello gets ahead of the count for the Scarlet Raiders. Zane steps back into the box. Runners on the corners, infield in, and again yanked down the left field line close to the bleachers here on Senior Day.
Already 42 pitches here for Masiello through 1.5. And Rowan will do that to you. They'll increase your pitch count quick.
They're going to work it. First baseman Bardis in, as is the third baseman, checking the runner, throw to first, and nice play by the third baseman, Emily Bardis, looking like a pro out there at third. Checked the runner, made a solid throw to first for the second out of the inning. Runner does advance. Runner's now on second and third as number 21 steps into the box for Rowan. The DP, Kelly Duffy, cleanup hitter. Masiello deals. That's going to be low, ball 1. going to be a slow roller to first. Oh, and airmailing it to first is the third baseman, Bardis, who made such a nice play on that last one. Bardis going to pick up the error on that errant throw, and another run comes in, another 2 runs score for Rowan, making it 5-0 here in the second inning. Bardis maybe just a little too jacked up before that throw, rushing it a bit. And that's going to be inside, ball 1.
You know, and we talk about competing with these ranked teams. You just can't beat yourself, John. That's what the Scarlet Raiders are doing right now.
Yeah.
Just got to make those routine plays. You know, 2 errors already, just in the top of the second.
And Corey Haig brings the count to 2-0 as she steps out back into the box for the Profs. And can't fault Paige Masiello on all of this. An error there in that last play, accounting for 2 runs.
No, a lot of these
Another error by the right fielder, French Reyes. So Paige is hanging in there. And this Rowan team is nationally ranked for a reason. I think they're at number 23 in the country.
21 as of this
21
morning.
in the Division III coaches poll. And Masiello with ball 4. And Corey Haig draws the walk. Now the first baseman, Kat Thomas, with runners on first and second for Rowan. Kat takes a called strike. Masiello stepping out of the circle. Collect yourself. And the pitch. Thomas will foul that off behind us. Ooh, into the street behind us on a busy Saturday here in Newark.
0-2 the count.
So Thomas in the hole at 0-2. And she's going to ground that through the shortstop. Another run will score, and advancing to second base is Corey Haig for the RBI, but looks like that'll probably be an error on the shortstop.
Yep, no RBI and errors either, John.
For Jackie Arute. So the run does score, but no RBI credited to Corey Haig, the catcher. So 5-0 here in the top of the second inning, and it'll be Mariah Wysocki, the right fielder. Wysocki swings at the first pitch. It's in a tricky area down the right field line, and making the catch right on the foul line for the Scarlet Raiders is Patricia French Reyes. A good play, heads up by Patty, charging that ball. It looked like that would have been fair for the final out of the inning. And we will head into the bottom of the second when we come back right here live from Frederick Douglass Field in Newark, New Jersey. We thank you for joining us on Raider Vision. We'll be back. And we are back here at Frederick Douglass Field, bottom of the second inning. The Profs from Rowan University with a commanding 6-0 lead as the Scarlet Raiders will try to give this a go here in the bottom of the second. It's Michelle McMillan, the center fielder, who takes ball 2.
Counts 1-1.
Thank you for that, Tom.
No problem. That's what we're here for.
It's hard to keep up with Emily August, the pitcher for Rowan, as she has been like a machine out there today.
Yeah, there's a reason she's got a sub-1 ERA. She's not missing her spots.
And she doesn't waste any time out there. Grips it, rips it, and she has looked impressive so far. You know, one thing about Michelle McMillan, she plays an aggressive center field, has made some big plays, and she's not this big, strong, impressive. She's scrappy, she's tough, she hustles at 5'4" and only a sophomore. I'm really looking forward to her doing more for this program and taking on more of a leadership role, frankly, as she gets another season under her belt. She's made some big plays in center field, not only today, but throughout the season. Yeah,
it's good thing you brought that up. Her lightning quick speed has covered a lot of ground in center field for the Scarlet Raiders, and she's going to be integral to this team going forward.
Absolutely. She's fearless out there in center field.
Already 4 errors, though, for the Scarlet Raiders here, so they got to clean up their fielding.
Like you said, Tom, you kind of end up playing against yourself when you're committing those amount of errors this early in the game. As McMillan flies out to the center fielder, Rebecca Lombardo for the first out of the inning here in the bottom of the second. So it's Brianna Hernandez for the Scarlet Raiders. Brianna, the designated player today. And August deals high, ball 1. Brianna Hernandez also just a sophomore.
I know we brought up August's strikeout count on our season so far. Just one in this game so far. I mean, she's only faced 4 batters. She's gotten 2 to fly out, 1 to ground out, and a strikeout. So
yeah, this game is certainly moving along quickly, at least when Rutgers is up, as August is dialed in.
She's got the early makings of a DeGrom-esque game after DeGrom threw 15 strikeouts last night.
Unbelievable. That guy just keeps getting better and better. It's unbelievable.
Yep, it's unfortunately stuck on the Mets.
The guy had he had a double last night too for his own cause.
Helped himself out.
What's there not to like about that guy too? Off the field, he's just so laid back and cooperative and a true professional.
Way to battle back here from August. Bring the count full after being behind 3-0.
It's going to be the payoff pitch here. And unable to hold up on that swing is Hernandez, as it'll be a swing and a miss for strike 3.
Alex DiMartino.
2 away here for number 14, Alex DiMartino.
And Alex DiMartino, like I mentioned in the pregame a little bit, has had a hot bat as of late. She went from having no RBIs to quickly climbing the ranks, and now leads the team alongside Masha Corbett with 5.
Well, let's see what she can do here to get things perhaps going with 2 away. Swinging right through that one. Foul tip caught by the catcher. Count now at 1-1. 2 away here in the bottom of the second. Ball. DiMartino, a freshman from Maywood, New Jersey, graduated from Paramus Catholic High School. And it was a nice pitch by Emily August.
Her movements just got these Scarlet Raiders swinging all over the place.
Count now at 2-2. as August takes the sign. And that'll be fouled away by Alex DiMartino. So, Tom, for those of our viewers who might be new to the, oh, that's a nice hit into left field. Backing up just in time to make the grab. Initially coming in on that shot by DiMartino was the left fielder Morgan Zane, but she collected herself, took a couple steps backward for the final out of the inning. And after 2 innings of play, Rowan 6, Rutgers Newark nothing. We'll be back after this.
Rebecca Lombardo now at the plate. Hit a single to left field in her first at-bat in the second inning.
And Masiello deals. That's going to be poked into left field. Coming in for the grab is the left fielder for the Scarlet Raiders, Alex DiMartino. And a great catch by DiMartino. And she's been busy in left field.
She just missed on Lombardo's diving grab last inning. This inning, she makes no mistake to grab that one.
So there you go. Progress. Great job, Alex DiMartino, for the first out and the put away in left field. And Masiello deals strike one. It's number 6, Brianna Bryant for Rowan.
Brianna Bryant reached on a dropped fly ball by the right fielder in the second inning. Count 1-1 now, 1 out. Page deals. Bryant hits it
That's
deep
a
to right center.
deep fly ball into the gap. Looking to turn 2, and she's going to go for 3. Throw to the third baseman, safe. That was close.
I don't know about that one,
The
John.
ball was ahead of the runner, Tom.
Root made a gorgeous throw to third, and I thought Emily applied the beautiful, perfect tag, but
She might have gotten right underneath it. You know, we don't have the luxury of being right there, but it was close. And Jackie Root had her hands full on that one as it turned into an adventure there in center field, but a well-hit ball. Either way, Rowan's got a runner on third.
that ball was almost a ground rule double, John. I don't know if you saw it, but it bounced and hit the bottom of the yellow tape across the top of the fence out there. So probably would have been better off with a ground rule double.
And Peyton McNair at 0-1.
Peyton McNair already her third at-bat in just the third inning. She flew out to the right fielder in the first and then hit a single up the middle in the second. So 1 for 2 here for McNair.
Masiello deals right down the middle and crushing that one for the ground rule double is Peyton McNair. as McNair jumped all over that fastball, which was right down the middle. And this one bounces over the fence. McNair will get an RBI on that double to make the score 7-0 here in the third inning. Sonia Sharma, the right-handed batter, fouls that one away. It might have caught a piece of her helmet.
Yes, seen that way.
Awkward swing.
And that's why they wear the masks. Yep, adjusting herself. Sharma reached on an error by Bardas over third, and then his single in the second. So 1 for 2 here.
Sharma's 5'9" senior from Mahwah, New Jersey. Played at Immaculate Heart Academy in her high school days. That's going to be low.
2-1 the count. Still 1 out here, top of the third.
And Sharma steps back into the box. Runner in scoring position. Masiello deals. That's down the middle, popped up into left field, and making the play is the busy left fielder, Alex DiMartino. Yeah, that was tricky for Alex. You got the sun out there. She's got a lot of range in left field as she was able to catch up to that one. 2 outs now.
Runner on third. And those not privy to all of the softball rules, should the score increase to 8-0 lead after 5 innings, the game would end.
Gorgeous throw by the shortstop, Jackie Arute, to end the inning. So, Tom, what is that rule? It's 8 runs after 5?
It's 8 runs after 5 innings.
Okay.
And whoever is up at that time wins the game. The game will end.
So we would have you got to get 5 innings in.
Correct.
And if it's an 8-run gap, that's it. Game over.
Game over.
I gotcha. What do you know when the softball, again, you've always been helpful in educating me. Softball doubleheaders has been in play for about how long?
For as long as I've been here.
Okay,
yeah.
I got you. So they never, even in a playoff format, I mean, if it's a tournament or postseason or
then they'll play single games.
Then it's single games. Okay. Right.
I know Division Ones they'll do either Thursday, Friday, Saturday games or Friday, Saturday, Sunday games. So 1 game each day.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But those teams are traveling, like flying, so that it makes more sense instead of just flying in for 1 day of 2 games.
Right.
Spend the weekend there.
I got you. Very nice. And tell me what you think. How has Coach Caitlin Seamster, just in her 2nd season, it's got to be tough for her to keep the girls positive. It's been a struggle, candidly, this season.
She's done a great job of keeping the spirits up for the girls. Like we've said before, missing out on practice time, missing out on that Florida trip where you really get to know your lineup and adjust.
You get to bond as a team as well. So it's been tough. But a learning experience either way. It's now the catcher, Megan Thomas-Selly, up.
And for us, we didn't have all these games beforehand. Some of these NJAC schools played games, non-conference games, and used that as their Florida trip per se.
I see.
But we as the Scarlet Raiders came right into the season with no preparation, I wouldn't say no preparation, no warm-up games.
Thomas-Selly is going to hit that to the shortstop, who backs up into shallow left center field to make the put out. That was Peyton McNair with the heads up play at short for the first out of the game as Emily August continues to dominate for the Profs.
She put the Scarlet Raiders down in order, 2 innings in a row.
And our senior Patty French-Reyes.
Now, I don't know if you know this, John, but softball can go by 2 names. Some people know it as softball, and there are others who call this game fast pitch.
Really? Okay. Living on the edge. Patty Reyes, a senior, honored before the game today on Senior Day. For those of you just joining us, we had a nice ceremony honoring our seniors. And Patty fouls that one away. As the count now at 0-2.
Hence the NFCA being the National Fast Pitch Coaches Association, not the National Softball
that's right.
Coaches Association.
Okay, that's the. Do you notice a cute little bow there in the back of Patty's helmet?
Yeah, a lot of the seniors, I think, are wearing them.
Oh, it's a nice touch. Very nice touch. Little swat, a little flair, flair on the helmets. Drawing attention to our seniors. That's going to be high and outside. Count even now at 2 for the right fielder, Patty French Reyes. That's going to be called strike 3. Down looking is the right fielder for the Scarlet Raiders. 2 away here in the bottom of the third. As Emily Bardis will step in, the left-hander playing third base today. A junior out of Washington Township, New Jersey. And that's going to be high, ball 1.
Now, typically, lefty batters, you'll see them slapping, hence why you'll see the third baseman, both runners, both corners in a little bit in preparation for the bunt or the slap hit.
The slap hit. Does each team have 1 or 2 players that are adept at the slap hit? I mean, clearly the left-handed batters have the advantage with that.
Well, most of the time, you'll hardly ever see a right-hander slap hit because it just is not in your favor to hit a line
They're already
drive
halfway
right at the first baseman.
Right, and they're also already halfway down the line.
Correct. So you'll see a slap hitter typically start at the back of the box, get a little running start, slap the ball down the third baseline, and use their speed to beat out the throw.
And that's going to be into foul territory. Count at 1-2 for Bardis. As Emily August quietly continues to pitch a tremendous game.
It's only at 45 pitches.
And that's going to be high, evening the count at 2-2. And August deals strike 3, inning over. Bardis goes down swinging as Emily August just continues to impress here this afternoon.
Fourth strikeout of the game, John.
At Frederick Douglass Field. 4 Ks so far. Now, that's a big project right there to try to conquer Emily August, especially for a young team like ours. Well, it's 7-0 here at Frederick Douglass Field in Newark, New Jersey. We thank you for joining us on Raider Vision. We'll be back with the 4th inning right after this. Welcome back to Frederick Douglass Field here in the top of the 4th inning. Rowan with the 7-0 lead over the Scarlet Raiders of Rutgers Newark, as Masiello will stay in the game for the Scarlet Raiders as she faces number 21, the designated player, Kelly Duffy, batting 4th in the order. That ball's going to be inside. 1-1 the count.
Duffy reached on an error in the 2nd inning.
Kelly Duffy, a senior of Sayreville, New Jersey. It's going to be outside. Oh, no, called the strike.
Hit that outside corner.
That's it.
Nice little curveball, screwball.
Duffy in the hole at 1-2. Masiello deals. It's going to be a high fly ball to the left fielder. And getting underneath that one for the put away is Alex DiMartino. Again, a nice play by DiMartino out in left field. One away. Masiello off to a good start here in the top of the fourth. Corey Haig, the catcher, takes ball one.
Corey Haig lined out in the first inning and then walked in the second. So still looking for our first hit of the game here.
And she slaps that one into short, shallow right field, and making the easy catch is Patty French Reyes, another one of our seniors being honored today. So an efficient inning so far from Masiello, who seems to have settled down a little bit as the number 9 hitter. The number 6 hitter, Kat Thomas, gets hit by a pitch, and she will take her base. And we've got a...
Seems like we got a pinch runner coming in here for Thomas. That'll be Grace Shukaitis pinch running.
So will she take over in right field, or is that to be determined?
I'm sorry, she's not pinch running, she's batting.
So Wysocki out. It'll be Grace Shukaitis batting for Rowan with a runner on first. And 2 away, Masiello deals and swinging on that high pitch. Oh, gorgeous play by the catcher Tomaselli for the 3rd out of the inning. She whipped off the mask and without hesitation, cat-like on that play as it stayed in foul territory without touching the screen. It touches the screen, it's a foul ball, a dead ball. And making a gorgeous play on that was the catcher, Megan Tomaselli, for the final out of the top of the 4th inning. We'll be back right after this. And we will head into the bottom of the 4th inning.
The shortstop, number 22, Jackie Arute.
And senior Jackie Arute will be the batter for the Scarlet Raiders.
Jackie went hitless against Ramapo, so it's been a while since she's gotten a hit. So in this at-bat, she'll look to do just that.
Yeah, it's senior day. Like to see Jackie get a little hit up there. She takes her ball 1. Ball was inside. And Emily August remains in the game. Arute with a solid base hit to left field. That's going to get by the left fielder. Jackie Arute with a stand-up double to start the bottom of the fourth. And that gets the young ladies up and cheering on the Scarlet Raider bench.
And that'll ruin the no-hitter and perfect game for August. And put Jackie 2 hits away from 100.
Jackie with her 98th hit in her career here at Rutgers Newark. And a beautiful bunt laid down by Corbett to advance the runner. Gorgeous sacrifice by number 4, Masha Corbett, as Arute advances to third base, and it's Jackie Lara's turn. Try to break this scoreless streak, as the coaches will
little meeting of the minds here.
Come out and talk things over.
Looking to preserve the shutout, I would imagine. So
it's assistant coach Nate Parsley who's going to talk to Emily and the rest of the infield. Kim Wilson, the head coach for Rowan. Other assistants are Shyla Minerva and Mary Murray. We mentioned head coach Caitlin Seamster for the Scarlet Raiders in her second season. Also want to give a shout out to assistant coaches Gabby Goodwin, Tina Zagia. Thank them for all their hard work this season, as we are in the final stages of this 2021 campaign. The last 2 games, Tom, I believe, are next Tuesday, right, here at home?
Correct.
So we've got a runner on third. And Jackie Lara takes for ball 1, the new pitcher. Sorry, Emily August will stay in the game. And that's going to be fouled away, even a count at 1-1. So the Scarlet Raiders threatening for the first time today. Runner at third base. Jackie Lara at the plate. And August deals. That's right down the middle. Fouled away by Jackie Lara.
That'll bring the count to 1-2.
Still no outs.
1 out. The sacrifice bunt.
That's right. Yeah. Got to shake out the cobwebs today. And that's going to be fouled way back. Count remains at 1-2, 1 away. Runner on third. And August is low on that pitch. Count now 2-2.
Lara struck out looking last time, so we'll want to try and get the bat around this time. At least put forth an effort.
Absolutely. All even at 2-2, 1 away. And Emily August with the pitch. That's going to be low. Ball 3, count now full.
She thought about it, but that was a great choice to not swing the bat there. That pitch was low and outside.
And here's the payoff pitch with 1 away. That's going to be in. Oh, wow.
I don't know about that one, John.
Wow. That
was a great no swing. I thought that was well inside the batter's box.
I mean, she really handcuffed her on that pitch. If it was a strike, it was close. But needless to say, that'll be a called strike 3 as Lara goes down. And it's going to be the number 4 hitter, Michelle McMillan. And McMillan slaps away at that one. Foul ball, strike 1.
McMillan flew out to center field in the second inning.
Yeah, I like Michelle's game.
Oh,
Smart player. She's going to take a called strike on that one. So she's in the hole early with 2 away.
Yeah, you really got to think between her and DiMartino, they might be the 2 founding pillars for this team going forward.
3 strikes in a row, and that'll do it. Scarlet Raiders threatened here in the 4th inning, but after 4 innings of play, it stays 7-0 in favor of the Profs from Rowan University. Tom, where is Rowan University?
Down in Glassboro, New Jersey.
Glassboro?
So yeah.
How far is that from Newark?
About an hour and a half, 2 hours. It's almost down by Atlantic City.
Oh, so it's a ways.
Oh, yeah.
It's a ways. Okay. What do you think of Glassboro as a town and the school itself? Is it
the town, the college, the university itself is like a small little town. There's not much down there.
Okay.
You know, from my time playing soccer at NJCU, I only really visited, the soccer field and inside, but nice little town down there. But like I said, it's kind of just vast, empty, nothingness really around there.
I see.
Big culture change from up here.
For sure. Close to Philly as well.
Yep. They call us the Brick City for a reason.
That's right. Why do they call it the Brick City?
A lot of buildings made out of brick here.
There you go. So we will start the top of the 5th inning. Score is 7-0. And it's Rebecca Lombardo will lead things off here in the top of the 5th.
Counts 1 and 2 here. 2 out. Scores 10-0.
Masiello, it's outside. Fouled away once again. As Kelly Duffy will grab her bat, get back into the box. Counts at 1 and 2. Nobody on.
Here comes the century pitch for Page.
Kelly Duffy's a senior. She's going to pop that up to the third baseman, Bardis, who was unable to hold on to that one. And another error, but caught in the rundown. Ooh, it's going to hit. Kelly Duffy in the back, and she'll be safe at second base. Bardis with the error. And Corey Haig, the catcher, will come up for the Profs. So the defensive woes continue for the Scarlet Raiders. That was really a routine fly ball, and that's yanked down the left field line, foul.
Five errors now for the Scarlet Raiders in this one. Uncharacteristic of them.
And Masiello deals. That's going to be hit at the shallow center field. Making the catch is McMillan. The bucket catch in center field. Great job by Michelle McMillan for the final out of the inning. It's the Profs from Rowan University, 10. And the Scarlet Raiders, nothing. We'll be back right after this.